This is a little 1990 Heritage Spector that I have at the top of my basement stairwell. I put this little fan here because I wanted a light here, and this fan is only a 36-inch, so it fit in here perfect. You can see it's just screwed up there. It's just got a wire that runs down along and goes into the switch. But it's not controlled by that switch. That switch is off right now. The fan is hardwired. Either way, this fan was new in box when I got it, although it had water damage, so the motor was seized, and because of that, even after I got the motor unseized, the bearings are shot, so this fan has really, really loud bearings. But it doesn't seem to affect it any, it still works really well. Just doesn't blow much air, on downdraft anyway. It's worthless. But on updraft, it does alright, because it can shove air down the stairs. I mean, to begin with, this is a low performance fan, and then it's put in this tiny area to grab air, so that doesn't help it any. Either way, let's go ahead and fire it up. So, start with low. It's very rarely on downdraft. I just have it on downdraft for the video. I was going to flush mount this fan, but there was definitely no doing that, and plus it looks a lot better this way. You can hear the bearings already starting to make noise. It takes it a long time to speed up. It's got a pretty weak motor, but it does run well, although it is noisy. But that noisy doesn't stop me from using it all the time. It gets used all the time on medium. You can hear it's quite noisy. It's not blowing any air at all. It doesn't blow any air at all on high, really. Not on downdraft anyways. Medium. You see medium, it picks up pretty good. Bearings are really getting loud now. I've tried everything to try and quiet these bearings down, nothing helps it at all. See, on medium it's really loud, and it's not moving any air. So last but not least, let's go up to high. I know it's not exactly the best lighting setup for the video, but it's the best I can do because it's the only light that's here. So you can hear it's a quite noisy fan. And I guess it does move a little bit of air, just not much. High would be its best speed for doing it, and if anything. You can hear it really is a noisy fan. Like I said though, doesn't hurt it any. These older Heritages are really good fans. They're pretty well built. Like this fan actually got some weight to it for what it is. Weighs more than a Littleton motor does, and that would be a 42-inch fan. About the same size motor too. Alright, let's go ahead and shut it off. Still has a really, really good coast down the way it is. Definitely, the noisy bearings don't affect it any. It's actually my longest coasting 36-inch fan. I sure don't have a lot of 36-inch fans though. But this one coasts the best of them. This fan might get replaced by my little Walmart Lasco, that Lasco 3600L. I might replace this fan with that, but for now I really like this fan here, so it's going to stay here for a while longer before I do something like that. I think one thing that would probably help it some is if I were to bend the blades at a downward angle so it had a little bit more room to grab more air, then it would probably work better. And it would be more effective for shoving air down that little slant right there for the upstairs. You can see it just kind of goes all the way down to the bottom, and then at the bottom there's a little ceiling fan. But this is the more used of the ceiling fans in this house. This fan hasn't been off in a week and a half before I turned it off to start this video. So, it does pretty well. And the motor really doesn't get hot on this fan. That was one thing I noticed. The motor stays surprisingly cool all the time, which is kind of unusual for a fan like this. But anyway, that's it for this video. So, as usual, thank you guys for watching. And I hope all you guys enjoyed.